Hello, everybody, and hi. Welcome back to another Felixius video. This is cringe already, fun. I just want to apologize for my absolutely terrible upload schedule. School has been absolutely, well, fun, but, concerning in its own right. But today I bring back a series that plenty of you liked somehow. Storytime with Felixius. Today I'm just gonna talk about whatever comes up, and yeah, hope you enjoy. So first I'm gonna talk about this kid at my old school who had light autism. That's not a joke. He did. He was diagnosed. But honestly, he was a pretty nice person, pretty funny. But sometimes the autism would catch everyone a bit off guard. So one time we were in school, I think it was like fourth grade, and my teacher in fourth grade was meh at best. She was like diabetic, first of all, and second of all, she was like this really old teacher. She clearly didn't really like kids. I don't really know why she was teaching. I guess that's a lot of teachers. Although in the end, she did her job, I guess. I learned some stuff. Basically, we were switching periods, we were switching classes, because in our school, the way we did it is that everyone would have, like, every separate teacher would have their own classroom, and then the entire class of 30 would just dip and go into their classroom whenever the bell rang. And, but it has to be accompanied by the teacher. So, like, the teacher would have to bring you from classroom to classroom. And so the teacher obviously wanted to do stuff during like the 2 or 3 minute break we would get in between these periods. I actually think it was 5 minutes. But basically, we were all lined up by the door and about to leave to the next class, right? And then the kid, the kid I was just talking about, he's staying behind doing I don't even know what. And he just keeps saying 1 second, 1 sec, 1 sec, 1 sec. And then he just says, no, like come here. Like, hurry up already. And then he just keeps saying 1 sec, 1 sec. And then the teacher, like, clearly, like, angry, just says, no more sex. And the entire class just burst out laughing. It was tremendous. Truly hilarious. So, another time, about the same kid, basically, this was remote learning, right? And it was chaotic at best. And so basically when the teacher at one point just let the kids go after whatever lesson she wanted to teach. This was like a few years after that fourth grade incident. So remote learning, right? The kid goes unmuted, and I don't know for what reason. I think he was just like playing a joke amongst the friends or something. But he, for some reason, just like, I know, I think he was like, he did some presentation like a minute before, and it was something medieval, and all like the knights and squires were like blank first name, the like king of something, the duke or something. And basically he just decided, hey, it would be cool if I say the first name of a person, then the word the, and then the last name of that person. So there was this kid in my class with the last name Ho, like H-O. She was Vietnamese. Emphasis on the she. So he went through a few people, including myself, and then he gets to her, and he didn't even realize what was going on at that point. I think he was just, like, the joke didn't, like, it wasn't necessarily like, the funniest joke, but, it was something. Remote learning was terrible anyway, so it was something to keep his brain, our brains occupied for a few more minutes. So he gets to her, says first name, the Ho. The class erupts in laughter again. A bunch of us unmuted, but I'm sure they were all laughing. The chat, like, there's a chat box, right? Everyone just like, insert kid's name here, the autistic one. Like, oh my god, what was that? And then the teacher comes unmuted, and everyone thought she left by now too. So the teacher comes muted and is like, insert autistic name here. I should probably just make up a name. John. Insert, like, I don't have to do insert anymore. John. That really was unkind and uncalled for. I shouldn't really, like, get you in trouble for this, but I'm gonna leave you out of it and instead just have you apologize to her And this entire time, the kid with the last name Ho, like, she hasn't responded. She hasn't done anything, not even in the chat. She literally didn't do anything. And so he was like, oh, okay, yes, I understand, that was bad of me, right? So he apologizes. It took like 30 seconds, and it felt fairly heartfelt or whatever. And then everyone just waits for the kid with the last name Ho to, you know, respond and be like, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. And then everyone, like, calls her name for, like, a second, and then she just unmutes and says, what? And so, you know, a bit more laughter. And then she just said, like, I have no idea what's going on. My Wi-Fi cut out. And so that's basically the entirety of remote learning summed up. Stupid, chaotic, but funny in its own way. So moving on from, you know, the you know, slightly autistic kid, basically after remote learning happened, like right as it ended, I went to 7th grade, right? So in 7th grade, I transferred to a new school, and it was in person from the start, and so I got to meet everyone. It was actually pretty chill, very nice. Teachers were honestly not bad, right? But there was this one girl, and I'm not gonna say her name if she's listening to this. She might know who she is, but she has quite the big forehead, right? Her hairline is halfway up her head, and obviously I wouldn't say it to her face unless the time called for it, right? I can make a joke in context, and it's gonna be a lot funnier than just calling her out. And so I'm leaving school one day. I stop by my locker because I have soccer practice, and a few of my friends are there with me who are also about to go there. And she has her locker right next to mine. And basically, in her locker, on like the door that flips out, there's this mirror. But the thing is, it's like a sheet of reflective plastic or paper, whatever it is. But it isn't put into its frame perfectly, so it's a bit like wobbly, wonky, you know? And so I was like, hey, nice mirror. And she was like, yeah, it is a bit like off though. And then I reply with, I suppose it does make your forehead look a bit smaller. So some might say W Riz, some might say L Riz. I personally say it was a joke. Yeah, there's no hard feelings or anything, but like the friends around me, they captured that moment in their memories, and I think the rest of the day was pretty good for me. I don't know about her. Again, sorry, but it's fine. In the end, it's all a joke. But basically, that was the start of 7th grade. That was like 2 weeks in. Not that much, right? Basically, now it's 8th grade, and literally a month ago, I was in art class, right? And in art class, the teacher's pretty nice. She lets us pick our seats. And so I sit on a table with my friends, and then all the, like, you know, the gang of girls sit at their own table. They won't shut up when the teacher is talking, and I'm not trying to be a teacher's pet or anything, but, like, let her talk, and then you can talk after. Like, bro, shut up. And basically, they just sit in their own table. And basically, on the wall next to them, because they're in a little corner, the wall next to them, there's another one of those mirrors, like a wobbly wonky one. And my friend, who heard me say the joke the first time, basically goes to that mirror, and in that group of girls is the same girl with the big forehead, right? He goes to the mirror and says, hey, this is a little bit wobbly, like, you know, wonky. And then he just turns straight to the girl with the big forehead and says, I suppose it does make your forehead look smaller. And of course, since it's a group of girls, they went absolutely crazy. I try to time my jokes around women as well, because their reactions are better than guys. Like, guys, you get a laugh out of, it's pretty fun, but women, oh my god, they will not let it down. It's absolutely, it's perfect. And so basically, I don't say anything. I'm on the next table over. I heard the joke. I didn't say anything because I let him have his moment, right? In revenge, after that, because I could have said it in front of the group of girls, I would have gotten a laugh, fun stuff, but I didn't. Instead, he had, or my school actually has homecoming at the start of the year, right? And he asked a girl out. She said yes, and they legitimately danced during the whole thing. It wasn't terrible. We're not going to talk about my homecoming experience. That's a different story that I probably won't share on this channel ever. But his homecoming experience actually went pretty well. But the problem is, the girl he asked out and danced with turned out to not like him in the slightest. He got absolutely friend-zoned after homecoming. She just kind of wanted to dance. It's a fair reason, honestly. Although it made him a bit sad, right? Basically, the last song they played at that homecoming, like basically his last good memory of her, was "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey. And it's a good song, honestly, I like it. But basically, he associates that song with her, and it kind of makes him sad whenever, he hears it. And basically, after the, incident with the repeated joke, which I don't like, I hate it when somebody either repeats my joke, even I personally, I don't like repeating jokes, because they lose their charm after the first one, honestly. In context, it's great, but, you can't really repeat it. So, in revenge, every time I'm with him, I would, not every time, but I would just start humming "Don't Stop Believing," just "Don't stop believing, hold on to that feet," all that, and he gets pissed. It's actually pretty funny, honestly, but he just gets so, he gets mad at me, clearly. Inside, I'm sure he's fine, but, he just gets mad at me, and now it's just becoming running joke connected to that song. And so, yeah, that's just my little revenge for repeating the joke. Honestly, I don't really need the reputation, because when you make a group of girls laugh, your reputation goes up, but it also diminishes. You get known as the guy that said a stupid joke and made people laugh, which, in my opinion, I've already established that reputation. So, it's fine for me, but, I want to keep that reputation. Nobody can top me, can they? And so, yeah, he basically just repeated my joke, and now he won't stop hearing "Don't Stop Believing" verses every time we pass, and I have every class with him. Yes, we are friends, we're not enemies. I don't do it every single time I meet him, it's just the occasional torture. That sounds bad, whatever. Slowly but steady, the revenge is happening. It's only one joke, though. I'll stop soon. And so, yeah, here you've been listening to me ramble for the past few minutes. I hope you enjoyed. I might actually start up the series again if any support is introduced, or if I gain 2 subscribers this month, perhaps. A win is a win. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. If you actually did reach this, I don't understand how. I'm terrible at storytelling. But yeah, see you in the next one.